we trust and love and admire our champion, Senator Bernie Sanders.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And let me begin by telling you not only how proud I am of all of you, and how proud I am of Bill McKibben, who is helping to lead this entire planet in the fight against global warming, but I'm also proud of our governor, Peter Shumlin. Peter has not only done a great job in trying to rally our state against the devastation of Hurricane Irene, but Peter knows, I think as most of you know, that the future of energy in the state of Vermont is not with Yankee nuclear power. We're going to shut it down. And Peter knows that the future of healthcare in America is not with the wasteful and bureaucratic non-system that we have right now, but that this small state is going to lead this nation in a very new direction to a Medicare for all single-payer program. So I just want to thank the governor very much. Now, I don't have to tell any of you that this is an extraordinary moment in our nation's history, that we have more problems. We have more problems than we have faced since our grandparents struggled during the Great Depression. We're looking today at 16% unemployment. We're looking at a middle class which is disappearing. We are looking at a infrastructure which is crumbling. We're looking at a $14 trillion national debt. We're looking at wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And then we're looking at global warming. But let me tell you this, if we don't reverse global warming, if we don't cut greenhouse gas emissions, all of the other problems aren't going to mean anything for our kids and our grandchildren, because we're not going to have a planet in which to live. Now, nobody can say with 100% certainty that Katrina was caused by global warming or Irene was caused by global warming. But what we can say with absolute certainty is something is going on in this planet when we're seeing so many extreme weather disturbances, when we're seeing flooding all over the world and in our own country, when we're seeing drought the likes of which we have never seen. And what we can say is that those people who make money, who understand, who have to pay off the damages, when you have the Reinsurance Association of America say, quote, this is the insurance people. These are not progressives, these are not environmentalists, these are the people who have to pay out in order to deal with the damage. They say, and I quote, it is increasingly clear that climate change is having a significant effect on the world's social and economic risks. That's what they are saying. The Department of Defense calls climate change an accelerant of instability. Because if you have increased drought and flooding, if you have the migration of people, if you have wars, this is a national security issue. Now let me tell you what we are addressing in Congress right now. We are addressing a group of people who are funded by the coal companies and by the oil companies. Their ignorance is willful. Their ignorance is willful. They're willing to support industries who are destroying the global climate in order to get campaign contributions, and we're saying enough is enough. Now, the very good news, the very, very good news is that, in fact, this planet can reverse global warming. And what we want this nation and our government not only to recognize the reality of global warming, we want our government to lead the world in a new direction in terms of energy. And the good news is that while technology and knowledge is only going to increase in years to come, we can do it now. We can do it now. We are wasting unbelievable amounts of energy because we are not as energy efficient as we should be. Now, in this state, let's take some pride. We are leading the country in energy efficiency, but we could do better. In this state, there are tens of thousands of homes which could cut their fuel bills by 20, 30, 40% with energy efficiency. And I know that I am going to do everything that I can to bring money into this state to move us rapidly toward energy efficiency so we save consumers money, we create the jobs we desperately need through weatherization, and we cut greenhouse gas emissions. That is smart energy policy. And I'll tell you what is dumb. I will tell you what is dumb energy policy. It is dumb energy policy to continue to support the royal family of Saudi Arabia and spend $350 billion a year importing oil from countries around the world. That's dumb. Now, not only do we have to be aggressive in terms of energy efficiency, we need vehicles out there that are getting 50, 80, 100 miles per gallon. We can build those vehicles here in the United States of America and create millions of jobs building a new transportation system. And instead of traveling on Amtrak that goes 30 or 40 or 80 miles an hour, we need high-speed rail that can transport our people and our cargo all over this country. And when you do that, you create jobs and you cut greenhouse gas emissions. There is unlimited potential in terms of solar energy. Right now, the good news is that in the last few years, we have brought many millions of dollars into the state. Private companies are getting involved. You're seeing large and small solar installations taking place from Brattleboro up to the Northeast Kingdom. But we can and must do better. We've introduced legislation which calls for 10 million solar rooftops. That's the direction that we've got to go. And we've got to be building those panels right here in the United States of America and not in China, and creating jobs doing that. And wind has extraordinary potential. Geothermal, we're beginning to see some of our schools, some of our institutions do that, extraordinary potential. Biomass has potential. So we have an opportunity. We've got an opportunity right now in Vermont to lead the country, as we are in so many other directions, in a new way in terms of energy. That's energy efficiency, that's sustainable energy, that is putting people in the United States, America, back to work as we transform our energy system. Now, we have got to work hard to take on the coal industry and to tell those people involved in the industry, we understand nobody wants to lose their jobs. And we're going to work with those people to make sure that they get different jobs. And we got to take on the oil industry. And we've got to take on these big money interests who are doing with global warming exactly what they did with tobacco. Do you remember what they did with tobacco?
Yes.
For decades, there were scientists and physicians who were saying smoking kills. Smoking causes cancer and emphysema and a number of other diseases. And the tobacco industry spent millions and millions of dollars saying the science is not clear, we're not sure, we don't believe it. Well, the science is clear. Global warming is real, it's causing terrible damage today, and that damage will only get worse in years to come. Now is the time to reverse global warming. I want America to be a leader in the world in doing that, and we want our state to be leading America. Thank you all very much.